guys, it's Mrs. Charland. From your PSA project for Mr. Bone, you are going to be required to include a citation page at the end of your PSA, and we would like you to cite your sources in APA format. And hopefully most of you have done that at some point during the school year, but I'm going to show you a resource we have on the library site in which you can save your sources. We're going to come up here and we're going to click on Kendall Databases. I have it on my bookmark up here, and you should too. That takes you right to the Kendall Library Database page, the main library page. And you're going to come right down here and click on Noodle Tools under the Tools section. You can actually sign in with Google by using your student email. I'm going to type in my login information. Yours will be at students.kendallschools.org. And then go ahead and click Sign in with Google. So I have a bunch of projects in here because I use Noodle Tools often. You may not. You might just have 0 projects in this section. You're going to go ahead and click on New Project. And PSA Project is what I'm going to title it. Now over here it asks you what citation styles you want to work with, and you're going to click for this project APA. And I usually use Starter or Junior because this is pretty basic level. This is a basic citation plan, and you are being asked to cite your sources, and you are given sources on the LibGuide I created. There's databases and some websites, and that should be more than enough. So I think clicking on Starter is fine. Go ahead and push Submit. And then for the purpose of this project, there's a lot of things that this database can help you with, Noodle Tools. You can actually create note cards, start to organize and write a paper on Noodle Tools. But for the PSA project, you're just going to work on sources. You're going to go ahead and push Create a New Citation and follow the prompts to tell Noodle Tools what citation you're working with. And you are probably going to use a database or a website for this project. Original content. Now it's going to load, and then you're going to have to click and fill in all of this information. However, on some of the databases we have, and I'm going to come in and talk to you a little bit about this later this week, you are going to be able to, for example, let's just go to research in context. Say I'm on this database. There's a way, if I find my article or my information on this database, there's a way I can sign in with Google right on the database. Now I'm signed in right as Alicia. Search my topic. We'll do it's one of the topics you're working on. So say I use this article on date rape. There's some statistics right in here. If I'm going to use this as my source, there's a lot of tools right over here I can use. I can send it to my Google Drive. I can click on Citation Tools here. And I can also, right here, I'm going to make sure that I change this to APA. Now that just gives me the properly formatted citation. You can export it right to Noodle Tools. You can also export just that one citation to Google Drive. I like to move them into Noodle Tools and have them all into Noodle Tools nicely, and then I can just create a works cited page from there. So I'm going to export this right to Noodle Tools. It's going to ask me to check and make sure that that looks right. Yep, it does. And I'm going to import it right to my PSA project right here. It's got I have a lot of projects on my Noodle Tools, but my latest project that I've created is going to pop right up, and I'm going to import it right there. It says reference successfully exported. So then I can go back to Noodle Tools, and I'm going to go to my sources, and I should see it there. Oh, but you know what? It's not a book. So I'm actually going to have to edit that a little bit. I'm not sure why it's calling it a book. Title of book. But it is properly formatted. So I think we're actually okay. I'm not sure why it's labeling it as a book. I think it's because I clicked book when I started that. Regardless, if you are going to create your citation page, and we can actually, now you will have two sources here, and then you're going to go to print and export. You can print and export to Word, you can print and export to Google Docs, and it will format your citation page for you. And then when you're working on your PSA project, at the end of your project, if you are filming, you can just do a screenshot or edit in this citation page. We would like to see your sources at the end of your project. If you need any help with that, please come and see me and I can walk you through it, because it could be specific to the type of sources that you have, or maybe your project, you need a way to include your sources in your project, and I can help you with that.